live.
Setting up Facebook. All right, so we're setting Facebook up and we're live. Come on, girl. Okay. Hey, Queen.
Peace, 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 peace,
peace, peace. Talk to me, sis. Talk to me. What? This is a blessing. This is such a blessing for you to be, for us to be together in this space. So I think the last time we were together in this space was last year when we did the we did a workshop together, didn't we? We did a womb circle together.
Yes.
Now, fast forward to 2021. We are still collaborating together, but this time we have a shared vision, we have a shared goal, and we have a shared mission.
Yes, we do.
And this is why I love working with you, you know. I love working with you because you are my astrologer. You always hit me up with what is going on, as above, so below. What's going on in the heavens also affects me. And you are about women empowerment. You're always talking about how can I help the collective? How can I help women be the greatest versions of themselves? Like you continuously, every single day or every time we talk, you always remind me, Prima, you own your breath. You don't own anything else other than your breath. Your breath is your biggest asset. And that has stuck with me. You know, I always bring this up. So I love the fact that we have a shared vision. And sis, come on, man. Talk.
Yeah, man.
Talk.
So Prima, I'm just so grateful to be here with you and doing this shared vision, this seed that we have planted. We have planted because it's already in motion that we've planted. And I love that we both, when I looked into your chart, technology was resonating for you. When I looked into my chart, technology was resonating. And I love that when we talk about technology, we're talking about Uranus, and the fact that Uranus for so many years hasn't been in Taurus, and now it's in Taurus. And when we're talking about Taurus, we're talking about feminine energy, that magnetic energy pulling onto you what you need to grow. And that is women in general, if I can make a blank statement. Energy, that magnetic energy pulling onto what you need to grow. And
I'm listening. Just keep going. I'm just trying to do a little thing here. You understand?
So with knowing that technology resonates with women in general, for us to change, it's something for sudden change needs to happen with women. I am a woman, you're a woman. And so we share this vision in helping other women get to where they need to get to their dreams. See, Prima has dreams, me, I have dreams. And I came into, wow, man, I give thanks to my partner, first of all, Justin, because he has brought me into, trust me, give thanks. He's brought me
thanks for him.
He's brought me into, I'm stubborn, but it brought me into a bad boy piece of information, This technology, is amazing. And the ethnics of the people who started this got me even inspired to do what I'm here to do in my life. You know, knowing that technology is something that is positive, and yes, something that is negative. We live on Earth, we live with those duality. And so the negative aspects of technology someone has found a solution. There's a demand, especially when it comes to jobs. There's a demand because technology is now cleaning the floor. Technology is now doing the checkout. There's a demand for people livelihood. And here, me and Prima were involved in a technology company created by people who found a solution. Many streams of income, something that you can do from your bed. You can make money from your bed from technology. So something that was negative is now turning positive. And so that there brought me and Prima together because she was able to see and I was able to see. I was able to see like, raw, I've been working all these years, and you're telling me I could have been turning profits like this in my bed safely, just being safe.
I know, right?
On, yo. it's really real. It's really real. And I was thinking about, I was thinking I was going to buy an island just doing yoga alone. I was serious. Either way, I was going to get it. But this here has accelerated my dreams. Has really accelerated my dreams because I can still get my dreams, and my dreams are still going to be going. But it's accelerated my dreams and understanding that I am enough. I deserve this. I deserve this. And that means that every other woman who looks like me deserves it. Every other woman who has breath deserves it. So, sis, you have taught me so many things. And I always say that what you've taught me, many people need to hear it. So, yes, the schools that you want to create, that's the education system like that, not just in books, but in schools, taught in an active way, in a different expressive way. What's the bridge? It's just money. Now that we know how to make millions, don't be scared by million. People, when we talk about million, people are scared. I think trillions, we're going to be trillionaires. No, we're going to be trillionaires.
I'm laughing. Do you know what? Because the mindset that I had before was so limited. It was so limited, even though I thought that, yeah, I'm quite expansive in the way that I dream and I think. But when I came to this space, it really highlighted my relationship with money.
Yes.
And the relationship that I had, and the thought forms and the beliefs and the narratives and the stories that I had with, and I had to reintroduce myself to money. Like I had to break down all those beliefs. I had to break it down, and then I had to rebuild a new relationship with money. And that consisted of billions, like millions, billions, to the point I was like, I'm going to be the first millionaire in my family. I'm going to be a millionaire by the end of 2021. I know that that's a fact. And I can say it with my chest. Chest. You know what I mean? I can say it with my big chest. I'd be like, I'm gonna be a millionaire by the end of 2021. And that's not, and I've told people that, and people have started laughing. Laughing. And at first it was kind of like, okay, why are they laughing for? But then I realized, and Jay-Z even said this, he said this in one of his talks where his uncle said, you'll never be able to sell 1 million records. And he sold 1 million records 1 million times. And he just said that it was his uncle's limitation that he was putting on him. So when people are laughing after me and saying this and saying that, it's not because they're laughing after me. It's because they're laughing because their own reality, their own limitations cannot see beyond the little, the little, what, 10 grand they're going to receive a year. Like, we can make that in days, in a week.
And I'm telling you, it's the limitations that we had and we were taught. I'm so grateful that we don't have them. We keep pushing past. Because it's literally, there's so much. Once we realize there's so much space at the top, why would we not want to be there? Why wouldn't we want to be part of the 5% or the 1% that are investors? This is our birthright, that are business owners. This is so important. And so when it comes to, okay, how are we getting this money? Who is even funding this money? It's simply B. It's simply B. That's one tool.
I love that. Simply B.
It's simply B. It's one tool, amongst many others that will support us, but it's one of our main hardcore tools.
Yeah. And
we'd love to call you guys into this and show you about B. It's not just me and Prima or other few people you see share it. She shares and I share. It's 60,000 plus people who have been inspired by B. 60,000 people. If 60,000 people all said something to you, you would that would be truth at that point.
Yeah, it would be. It would be. For sure.
So this is what B is doing. B is a technology company that's looking to help people who have been hurt by technology. Simple. Because your job will be, don't ever get it twisted. Technology is a fine byproduct piece of artificial, So
it is. And the thing is, they're making movies. They've made movies about it. So it's almost like it's that preparation. They prepared us for what's to come. Slowly just feeding us with, this is the AI, Did you watch the did you ever watch that series? I can't remember if it's on BBC One or or Sky, but it's called Humans, and they were artificial. They were artificial,
Yes,
and they
yes,
looked like humans, and they had,
yes.
and I think some of them developed certain emotions, but
Emotions.
they were humans.
Definitely.
And then, do you know what I mean? And then after a while, they switched on something that locked people, these humans, these AIs decided to lock people in their yard. Like, you're not allowed to go out. What do you mean I'm not allowed to go out? You're not going nowhere. You are staying here. They were court-martialed in their yard. I'm like, oh.
If you don't use it, this is literally, if you don't use energy, like I always say to people, if you don't use energy, someone's going to use it, and had they willed it, might not be the right intention. So why don't you get into the space and use it? Because, you know, someone like Visa, I don't know if you saw the news about Visa back in the day, 2017, they said Bitcoin was a scam. Now, 2021, is Visa not including Bitcoin in their services? Oh, hold on.
Seriously?
So, yeah, it's a fact. That's literally a fact. Like 2017, they were cutting this Bitcoin was a scam. It wouldn't blow. But look at it now.
Yeah.
So when me and Prima are telling you, come into this space, because it's not that it's a job, but this space is the tree that will give you air. You know, when your house is foggy, you bring a bit of aloe vera and it just changes the energy. This is the aloe vera to change that energy. You know, there's no need, especially for women. We were saying this on, we'll share our Instagram live on here as well. But we were talking about women, especially for women, because in society, we've had a huge Holocaust. We've had a huge Holocaust that's not been noticed. And that because we don't notice our past, we're still in danger today. And there's so many, even just going out for a woman to get some milk and water, some almonds, some fruits is dangerous. And I don't think that's okay anymore. And I'm thinking, okay, what can change that? I know money can change that. I know resources can change that. Because with resources, women can start defending themselves differently, affording to defend themselves differently. So with that said, Prima and I am Prima. We've started calling women in, and we want to start calling women into wealth. And wealth in a way that is not just the way we call wealth as in money in a material sense, but in all totality. And I love how Prima defines it. So I'm going to allow her to define women of wealth and just wealth in general. And why women of wealth? What is it?
Oh, thank you. And you know, it's interesting because I was actually reading a book, and it was all about creating wealth, and not creating wealth where it's in competition with the institutions, like the banks, the traditional banks, the world banks, because once you start competing with them, that's when they want to lock you down and they're going to create problems for you. But create a complementary system that runs alongside, so it complements. So there's no competition. It complements one another, so you can have one and the other. And I love that because it's ma'at in nature. So when I was reading this book, he gave me the definition of what wealth is. And the definition, this was, I think it's like the 18th or 19th century, but the definition of wealth meant well, W-E-A-L, and it was well-being. So wealth back in the 18th, 19th century meant well-being.
Yes.
So when I clocked onto that, when I was cogitating, I was thinking, hold on a minute here. see how they really manipulate the words. The words and definitions. It's time that we start to redefine a lot of things for ourselves as women and as people in general. But for us women, because our movement is for women, we need to start redefining certain things for ourselves, just to reclaim that power that we have given and also what's been taken. So it's just that reclamation, and we're reclaiming what wealth is. So when we look at wealth, we don't look at wealth just as finances. We look at wealth, emotional wealth, our mental wealth, spiritual wealth, our physical wealth, our social wealth, our environmental wealth, our professional wealth, I said spiritual, all those aspects that make us whole, like what you said, in totality. We need to be looking at that, because we know that if we don't have emotional well-being, then best know that your finance is gonna suffer, your social circle is gonna suffer, your environment. And when I talk about environment, I don't just talk about outside, I talk about your home, and I talk about your body. We have 3 homes.
Yes.
Our body is our home.
Yes.
So if we're not taking care, if our emotional well-being, our mental well-being is not being taken care of, and our needs are not met, then it's going to affect everything else. Our spiritual well-being, the way that we connect with outside, with the world, how we perceive it. Our physical will start to put on weight. We'll start to put on weight, and we start eating foods that are just not conducive to our well-being. Alcohol, drugs, all these sorts of things. Our social, we stop meeting people, because we are social interactive beings. We need to be with other people. And professionally, where's the personal development? Where's the work? You know, we have the capacity to learn. We always learn. We learn every single day. Whether people like to learn or not, we learn every day.
Yeah, we're subjected to it. It's just principle. Yeah.
Exactly. So if we're just concentrating on just the financial wealth, then we're missing everything else. Then we're creating an imbalance. So what this Women of Wealth movement is all about is looking at every single aspect of our being, every single aspect. Like your emotion is wealth for you. Your spiritual is wealth for you. Your financial is wealth for you. Your physical is wealth for you. It's wealth. You know, it's not just finance, it's wealth. And this is what this movement is all about. It's cultivating and redefining what wealth means. And not just wealth like you have to have this amount. It's, what does wealth mean to you? What does emotional wealth mean to you? And you cultivate that in yourself. Do you understand? And this is what this movement's all. This is what this movement's all about. It's just cultivating that wealth. And you know, the fact that you are an amazing astrologer, you're my astrologer, and you know, you gift me so much, as well as a Smile yoga instructor. What can more want? And with the fact that we have B as our financial tool, to support us, we're moving into an era where technology is going to become the norm. Do you understand? So instead of us being reactive to the changes, we can be proactive and be at the forefront of when these changes become normal. And you know, everyone's like, oh my gosh, but we were like, back in 2021, didn't we tell you about this? Did we not tell you about why? How comes you're in Kenya? How comes you're in Tanzania? How comes you're in Zanzibar? How come you're here? How comes you're doing? We called you into the circle. We called you to the movement, and you didn't respond. So what can I do? You can lead a horse to water, but you can't make it drink.
And this is what you see. Me and Prima, like we said, we're not just here for money. We are here to help you. What is it that is it? We're here to listen. It's just send us a message. Just send us a message like, yo, I want to change. I just want to change. I might not have the energy right now, but just, how will we know you're there? How will we know? I can't see you. The only way I can see you if you like something, or you drop a little message in private for us. So if you're in a space where you're like, wow, okay, since 2019, I've been in my yard. I've not had a job. I have 5 kids. I don't even know what I'm doing. Yo, like, and you're seeing this right now, you know, somehow you were able to see this because your Wi-Fi is working and your phone bill is still on. Send one of us a message. Send both of us a message, because this is our shared dream. We want you to build with us. I want you with your 4 kids, 10 kids, 5 kids. You're just yourself. To be anywhere in the world that you want to be, because this world is for everyone to live. You see how the volcanoes are having fun in Iceland, just erupting. I don't mind who's here or where, you know. You see how the oceans are having fun. All of those elements is you. You deserve not to be locked in you're allowed to express yourself. Me and Prima are happy to express ourselves. We know we've got, we're sitting on good racks, they're catching up to us. The trillions are catching up to us, and we want that energy for you to come and join us, because we're changing our lives. We're always progressing and change. That's one thing me and Prima, we love change. We love progressing with change. We love security. One thing we know that's constant is change. So like Earth teaches us, it's always turning, but with that turn, it's inside its ecosystem, it's secure. Look how the waters of the oceans have not changed since the beginning of Earth. Look at that consistent security. So if all of us women can have a consistent security of, let's take care of the inner parts, the semi-outer parts, the external parts, let's relate with each other. Let's hear each other. Let's hold each other accountable. Let's celebrate each other.
Come on. Let's build each other's business.
This is all available to us. This is wealth. This
isn't new. What we're calling women to is not new. This is not a new phenomenon. This has been going on for centuries and centuries before time existed. So this here is we are just picking up where our foremothers
we're
just picking up that baton, and we're saying, right, now we can't trust the men. I'm not saying all men. The government, the patriarchal, the system that is in place now is showed us that it cannot be trusted. It is not taking care. It's not providing us security. It's not providing us any stability, and it's not providing safety for women and children.
Yes.
So it's like, okay, so we need to do something different. We can, insanity, I think Albert Einstein said insanity is doing the same thing and expecting different results. Now, we cannot continue being and doing and thinking the same and expecting in 1 year to be different. We have to do something different. It needs to be radical in order for the change to be radical. We need to do something radical. And this right now, what we're doing is radical in this time. Why? Because so many women are so disconnected from themselves, so disconnected from the sisterhood, so disconnected from everything, that this here is not going to reach a lot of sisters. I know that for a fact, because I've been calling women to this. And women have been avoiding my calls. It could just be me. It could be because sometimes my passion comes across quite aggressive.
No.
Real talk.
You real talk. And that's what it is.
But there's going to be some women watching this, and they are going to be scared. This is going to be a trigger. It's going to trigger the heck out of them, and they are going to hide from me, because some women are hiding from me. They don't respond to my call. They don't respond. Prima, who's Prima? There is some women. So we are calling.
We're calling you, and I'm telling you,
I'm calling those. Sorry, so I'm calling them. I'm not calling them women, because I can't. It's not about. It's about ownership. There's some women out there not ready to take ownership. They're not ready to take the responsibility. They're still in that victimhood. I'm looking for those women who are like, do you know what? I see what I need to change. Because in order for things to change, I need to change. I'm ready to make that change. I don't know how it's going to do it. I don't know how. I don't know what it's going to look like, but I'm just freaking ready. I'm so done with the way things are moving now. I'm so done with seeing my kids being killed. I'm so done with women being raped and murdered. I'm so done with being broke. I'm so done with the system. I'm so done. Those women, we're calling into this Women of Wealth.
We're calling you here.
We're ready. We're ready.
That's all you need. Human beings, we are very social. So once you just imagine you've been doing the whole 3 years, you've just been doing the same thing. And then that one day you said, you know what? I'm going to reach out to Prima. Boom. I'm telling you, your life will change, because it's a different thing you've done from the 3 years that you've done. And you see, Prima and I, we are fire for a reason. We are Mars for a reason. Mars is the healer. Mars is war. Yeah. So we have war against poverty, war against killing our children. We're not joking.
Heads are rolling.
We're very raw with it as well, and that's okay. This is our nature. You wouldn't approach a volcano and be like, oh, la, la. You approach a volcano properly. You understand? You approach fire properly, but you need the fire. The earth needs the sun. You know what? We need each other.
We do.
We need each other. I know I own my breath. We're content with what's going on right now. But we, in terms of as a collective, our generation, come on. We need to come together, and just this, I can inspire you. If you're down, I can inspire you, and you can inspire me. So please, if you're feeling some type of way, this is actually for you. It's actually for you. If this is making you feel some type of way, it's really for you. If you're a Leo, you're a Taurus, you're an Aquarius, you guys might be a little bit more fixed. You might have to go around in quails to get you. Cancerians, y'all, do you need a Capricorns? Y'all just need a bit of evidence. It's cool. Come check us. Come check us. Virgos, Sagittarius, Geminis. Y'all, I know you're ready to change quick anyway.
Yes, we're calling them. We're calling them. And you know what, sis? I'm always about posturing. I'm always about posture. I don't like to. This is no sales pitch, because I've spoken to women before. I've spoken to women and men before, and they're like, "What are you trying to sell me? What are you trying to sell me?" I'm like, I'm not trying to sell you nothing, because what you have, I don't need what you have, because I already have it. When you're selling something to somebody, it's like, I need you to be here for me to get. I don't need nothing from you, because I'm whole. I've been making money way before we came here.
Yes.
But now that I've seen that I can make money from my phone, it's like, why am I going to keep this to myself? Why am I going to watch my other sisters and my brothers and men, women struggle when they don't need to struggle? Why am I going to do that? I'm all about Ma'at. Do you understand? I'm all about Ma'at. We're about Ma'at. We're about building nations. So in order to build nations, we need to come together. We ain't like the 1%, the elitists that grabs all the resources to themselves and be like, we need to keep it. We only need to keep. We're only going to just distribute it to the ones that we want. It's not about that. It's about that. We're here to smash that.
We're a new 1%. Trust me, we want this top part that's got so much space. All of us, we're entering,
Come on.
We're all entering.
Come on.
And even if you don't join us, me and Prima are still going to put you in a comfortable position, because there's going to be jobs. We need to hire people. We'll pay you well. We'll pay you very well. We'll pay you a good value, but we just hope that you'd want to come and join us on the trillions level. But if it's a salary that you want, that's fine. Even people work in B, they work with the salary, you understand? So it's fine. You can do that. But we wish that you would plant a deeper seed. That's all that we're saying. But yes, divine queen.
For sure.
Divine
This is a movement, sis, because we're in the spring. It's a spring equinox. Spring equinox came in, and spring is all about planning and planting seeds. And this movement is all about planning and planting. We're planning and planting. We're planning and planting. And this is what we've been.
Next year is gonna be so good.
Come on.
Next year, 2022, we'll come back to this, and we're gonna be like, it's just us two, but there's more people coming. This is a global business, so it's not just the people locally, in our local community. This is a global community.
It's international.
So woo.
But
we're so happy to do.
just to let those that tune in and that have listened all the way to this point here is I'm proud of you. I'm proud of you. I'm proud of you. I'm proud of you. Solomon, we're proud of you. We're proud of you. We know that you want something different. We feel that you want something different. Hence why we came here today, Tehuti Day and Mercury Day, to communicate and to offer divine wisdom and to offer an alternative way of being. That if this resonates deeply with you and it's triggered you and you feel the pull, even though you don't know, hit us up. hit us up. I'm doing 45-minute discovery call where I don't know, I don't want to put you in the hotspot, sis, because I know you're extremely busy with your own projects. But for me, I'm doing a free 45-minute discovery call, showing you what it's all about, giving you more detail about the Women of Wealth movement, and how you can join. There's 2 ways that you can join. Yes, email me or email Salome. We'll put the details in the chat box when we finish. Put our email address, or just direct message us on MSN Messenger, and we can start the dialogue, and get moving. That's it, sis. That's it. Modern day.
That is it. And before we end, for everyone who's here, we're just going to engage with our main communication, which is our breath, which has allowed us to, the sound, the air has allowed us to communicate today. So please get comfortable, even if you're just standing, sitting, or laying down, bringing all your attention to yourself. And that's by closing your eyes and bringing yourself into your own universe. Taking in a deep inhale. And an exhale, relaxing your shoulders and all the muscles within your face. Drawing in an inhale as you allow your stomach to rise outwards, as you fill in your body with that life force energy known as Shu, feeding all your cells internally. And as you exhale, bringing your stomach back into your spine. As you exhale, you're transmuting all that no longer serves you, but keeping in mind that what doesn't serve you is nutrients to your environment, to your trees. So it's always an energy exchange as you exhale. Taking in a deep inhale and an exhale, opening your eyes if they were closed. And give thanks.
Thank you so much for your time, Sister Queen. I know you're extremely busy. Where can we find you? Where can people find you?
People can find me on my Facebook, which is Spectrum of Salome, or you can find me on my personal one, which is Salome Atieno Manya, which I'll write all the details down there. But literally, the best place to find me is on my Instagram. So if you go at Spectrum of Salome on my Instagram and click on my bio, I have a link tree to everything that you desire to find. So my yoga, my astrology, even a free birth chart, not the interpretation, but the birth chart. And yes, that's the best way. Spectrum of Salome. Thank you.
I love that. Thank you so much, Sister Queen, for joining us. I really do appreciate you, and I appreciate all the women that have joined, and all the men and the women that have joined today. I appreciate you. I witness you. I acknowledge you where you are at and where you are not, and we welcome you. Yes. Welcome. Thank you, Queen.
Thank you, Queen.
Take care.
Peace.
Bye.